I'm excited to be able to welcome on one of the top 22 prospects from Florida. What's going on today, bro?
What's up, man?
Nothing
Good.
much, man. So, obviously, you're part of the 2022 class. We obviously had your brother on the other day, and you guys have been busy. What's it been like the first couple of weeks of having coaches not talk to you guys?
Having coaches talk to us, it was crazy because the first day, literally once it hit 12 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
coaches started and when I like lost track of the days. It was funny. So I lost track of the days. And once it hit 12 o'clock on June 15th, I had like 1,000 coaches text me and I was like, what is going on? And calling me.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny. I enjoyed it though. Like I'm still talking to coaches right now too.
I can imagine it's kind of died down a little bit from that first night, right?
It has, but still, that was first time. It's funny to me.
And for you and your brother, you guys both have a lot of the same offers. And obviously, your brother talks about for you two, kind of looking at it, you guys, it kind of could be a package deal. Is that what you think too? Are you guys gonna be a package deal together?
For sure. For sure. We play with each other our whole life. We complement each other well too. So if you
Mm-hmm.
need a one and two, they're perfect.
And when you guys are doing these recruitment things and schools are offering both you guys, are you guys both on the phone at the same time together, or are you guys in separate rooms talking to coaches?
Now, that's an interesting question. Most of the time, we are on the phone together,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of the time, like they'll call. I'll be asleep, so they'll call him, and then they'll call me back later.
Okay.
So either way, they try to talk to both.
And as you said, you guys complement each other perfectly. You're more the go-to kind of scoring guy with some playmaking abilities. I was gonna Eamon can do just being pretty much a playmaker can still score at the same time. You guys
Yeah.
being that dynamic duo throughout high school and going to college, what would it be like representing college together?
That'd be fun. I feel like it'd be, or if we continue to do well up to that point, it'd be like a lot of national buzz. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
because when was the last time you seen two like college twins like leading their team to like tournament champions, or the Martin twins, but like they didn't really win that much.
And that's something that's huge because there's not really a bond that can be better than, having two brothers, but especially two twins. What's that connection like? How are you guys able to go on the court? Just what's it like playing with them?
So I've been playing with them since third grade. So I know we. It's funny. We talk about like sometimes we talk about before the games what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the game, we just I just know where he's gonna be. I just expect I look and see where he is, so I just give him the ball. It just works from there.
And I believe you guys' first time playing basketball was against each other. And then obviously the switch came where you guys decided to team up together. What's it like when you guys go head on head with each other?
The first time we played, it was at this Boys and Girls Club league back when we lived in California. So we didn't really get to choose our team,
Mm-hmm.
and and uh, I won the championship. I beat him in the championship. Yeah.
For
Now he
sure.
just walked in.
And you guys have obviously continued to grow that connection. And I can imagine you guys play a lot of one-on-one games as well. I want to hear your side of the story, though. What happened in those one-on-one games?
That's funny. We just, how you told you wanted to call at 8:45. I
Yeah.
just came back from the court and I just beat him. Oh, there's not much you could say after that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say for majority of our lives, I've won more, but right now it's like equal.
Okay. And when you guys go head on head, when you guys play in a game, when you guys play even family games, does any of your parents get involved in that?
Yeah, my parents and my older brother,
Mm.
especially my older brother, because he played D1, and my dad and my uncle and my cousins, all my family's are basketball people except for my mom's side.
Okay. And so
Yeah,
growing up in a family with athletics, what's that been like?
it's always competitive. Like my uncle will say he's the best shooter in the family. My brother will say he's the best shooter in the family, but in reality, they all know I'm the best shooter in the family. Yeah, and a man, he'll just he'll say he's the best dunker in the family. I mean, I can't. I'm not gonna say he jumps higher than me. He's more creative with his dunks. But I
Mm-hmm.
promise you, next year, if everybody keeps watching, it's different. I'm coming.
And there was really like one big mixtape that blew you guys up, and that's the thing that's special. You guys are always on the court together, so you're pretty much gonna be in the mixtapes together. When you guys got kind of blown up and started getting your buzz about your name, what's that like?
Oh, it's super interesting because I remember when the first time the ball Alex J. Rodney, that's the guy who films for us. That's my boy. First time he came to the game, Isaiah was like, "Oh my!" One of my teammates, his name's Isaiah, was like, "Yo, Ball is Life is here," and I was like, "Oh, for real?" I was like, "Can't be real." And then after the game, they posted a video, and then I got like 1,000 followers in like an hour. Yeah, it was crazy.
And you guys are going to go through this recruiting decision together. And as you said, you guys are going to be a package deal together. How are you guys going to kind of come together and narrow down your offers? Because you guys have a lot right now. How are you guys going to kind of plan to narrow that down to the ultimate decision?
So uh, I think we're gonna go to a place that's like best for us. Like I could care less about a big name school. Like I like the offer, and I'd like to see what they have to offer.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like a school like Kentucky or Duke and it doesn't fit for me or him, or just like even if just like yeah, like if it doesn't fit for either of us, then I'm gonna just look at another school. I don't care where it is, just as long as they play top teams, you know. And there's a lot of options nowadays, especially.
Mm-hmm. And there's not a lot of brother or twin duos. I mean, we know the Morris twins, they have promised a lot KU, the Lopez brothers, we know the Antetokounmpo family. The obviously we see the Mobleys what they're able to do right now. But
Yeah.
seeing all these brothers both in the league, in the college, going to college, what's it like kind of possibly looking at you guys and say we could be the next dynamic duo twin brother combo?
Oh, it's super interesting. I always imagine and I like picture myself like playing in college with them, and it's like gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be fun.
And for you, what kind of twin or brother combo duo would you say is your favorite one?
Can it not be me and him?
Besides you guys, yeah.
uh, I actually know a pair of twins out here close to us,
Hmm.
and but freshman twins, high school, the Buleys. But
Hmm.
let me see. In the end, I want to think in the NBA. I'd say the Harrison twins because I grew up a Kentucky fan,
Yeah.
and that was one of my favorite Kentucky teams. And they like went like 32-0 until they lost to Wisconsin in the Final Four.
Hmm.
So I remember that, and I loved watching that. I love watching that whole team with Willie Cauley-Stein, Poitras, and them. Yeah.
And I think that's something special too, because a lot of the brothers I just listed are usually the power forward center guys. But I think that's one of the only other guard duo siblings, and that could become the next you guys. How do you guys kind of plan to get to that level of not only becoming Division I stars, but also making that next jump to the NBA eventually?
Work out every day, play basketball every day, which I've been doing. I've been working on my shot. I've been working on getting bigger, quicker, like more, like just getting ready for the next level. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Hmm. And you personally now, you've got 2 more years left of high school basketball. What do you want to develop? What do you want to work on so that you're ready to go to college and do your thing right out of the gate?
Uh, Pick and roll, like coming off the screen, because on the higher level, they do a lot of that. Uh, I'd say I'm pretty good at passing. I definitely want to work on my jumper, even though right now, like I feel like I'm very confident in it at the moment, and hopefully to continue on because I've been shooting every day. Uh, and I also say I have pretty good defense, but I also like you never stop getting better at defense.
Hmm.
You know,
And you hear some funny stories. Even honestly had a pretty good story as well about this, but you guys are pretty identical twins. What have you ever had stories about where you guys try fooling people in terms of trying to switch people up in terms of who you guys are?
no, but people actually I feel like I have, but I can't like remember at a certain time. But that's and when everybody meets me, that's the question they ask.
Hmm.
Like I've probably had that. I've had that question so many times. I just don't even. Sometimes I don't even answer it anymore. Because, but I've never. I don't think I ever have. Like I've never went to one of his classes. Oh no, that's not true. I always go to his English class because his teachers. He has a chill English teacher,
Hmm.
and I always act like I'm him until he walks in the class because I always get there early.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many times do the people get confused with you guys?
Uh, Not that much actually, but but until like until this year, I had long hair
Hmm.
and I cut it all off mid-year, and he was saying, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna grow my hair out because I cut it off because I wanted just to restart." He said, "I'm not gonna grow it out. once I cut it, he wants to grow his hair out now. Man's a weirdo.
When did it click that you guys realized both you guys would now be able to become Division I high major elite prospects?
So well, I've been thinking it all my life,
Mm-hmm.
ever since I started playing basketball. Because I always played like on the top players, played against the top players, with the top teams against the top teams. But it clicked, you know, I'd say freshman year. Even though in 8th grade I knew I had a lot of time, so I felt like eventually it was gonna happen, but it like really clicked. I say freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so let's just go down for you personally, how you like seeing these offers. I mean, you've got offers and interest in the likes of Memphis, Baylor, DePaul, Virginia Tech, Vanderbilt. I mean, the list goes on. What's some
Yeah.
of the schools that you personally right now are looking at that have shown the most interest in you, shown the most love to you?
Uh, the school, that shows the most love is Iowa State, and I really I like the coaching staff there, and I like their strategy. I feel like their team was going to be successful because the belief they have in their players.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said earlier, I don't care. I don't care about the big names or wherever I end up. Like I know, like max 4 years of my life, I could survive anywhere.
And you
Yeah.
guys made the transition. I mean, you guys are originally from California, now we're out in Florida. What went into that move?
So we were weighing out a lot of schools in California, and my dad's from out here, but my mom's from like Oakland. She's from that side. And what happened? My dad already had a place out here because he used to live out here. And I remember, like, ever since we were 7, he used to be like, I want to get you guys into this school, Pinecrest. And then we took a test and we did good. And we did good enough to get in. And basketball definitely helped that too. And we just ended up here.
If you guys were to stay in California, what are some of the schools you're looking at? Where would you probably be playing right now?
We were looking at Bishop O'Dowd, Sacred Heart. Bishop O'Dowd is where number 2,
Salem,
2020.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna, cause that school's right by where I lived.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and he's doing good. Happy for
Right.
him.
And when you guys look at the class of 2022, it's a really elite class. Where do you think both yourself and you're obviously really ranked up amongst everyone?
I think next year. I think next year I'm a. I feel like next year I should be in the top 10, both of us. But I feel like we can move into the top 25
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like because of the school we go to, they don't want to give us enough credit. They don't want to put us in the bigger tournaments. But I feel like our play style, like I feel like people forgot, like you don't have to go to every school in America just to like do good. Like people
Mm-hmm.
are transferring every year. I want to get a state title before I leave.
And that's what obviously both your brother and now you said too. Staying at Pinecrest, is that something you guys want to do rather than your entire career playing at the same high school?
Uh, yeah, but yeah, at least for another year. I'm
Mm-hmm.
open. I'm open to anything. Like I said before, it's about how I feel like I could better the team and how the team could better me and how I could like lift up my play.
And obviously, I can imagine a lot of the big schools have reached out to you. I mean, you're in Florida, which means probably the two biggest powerhouses are out there, Mount Verde and obviously IMG. I'm sure a lot of schools have reached out to you. What kind of consideration have you guys given going to a national school, going to a prep school if possible?
I've talked to some coaches. I consider it. I consider it because every day you get better at practice because you're going against dudes who are almost as good as you, maybe even better. And I feel like that's always good. But like I just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know I'm ready. I'm ready for it, but I do enjoy playing at PC, and I also like ever since 8th grade I wanted to get a state championship, and I feel like this is the year we could do it.
So you said this year for sure is a lock then?
I don't know, maybe.
And for you to say it was a successful high school career, what do you need to accomplish? What do you want to get done in the next 2 years to say you're a successful high school player?
to what I need to get done the next 2 years to say I'm successful. Successful state championship mainly. I need a state championship, and let's see. I'd love to get my name on one of the school records,
Mm-hmm.
but Brandon Knights has a lot of the records. Yeah, but I'd love to get my name on one of those.
And Brandon Knight's obviously a guy that made it in the NBA, had a pretty long career, had a lot of memorable moments as well. But
Yeah.
one thing about him is he was a lot kind of like you guys in terms of being a little bit bigger as a guard. You guys have both about 6'5" or taller. How do you guys kind of plan to be like the modern day guard, being that height advantage? How do you learn to use that as a guard?
The modern day guard is getting taller and taller. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and for me, I've always been a guard, and I've always grown. Like at this point, I'm taller than all the big men that used to be on my basketball teams. So I feel like a guard that is taller. If I was a college coach, I'd look more at those guards because they're bigger. They have a size advantage, defensive advantage, and if they could shoot, that's just another plus.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't agree more. And when you talk about how tall you could possibly get, do you think 6'5", 6'6" is about the range you guys are going to be, or could you get taller, do you think?
I thought I was maxed out, and then I went to the doctors, and they said I was 6'6" and 1/4 with no shoes on, but I don't know. I don't know, bro. I can't fully believe it yet. But if I was 6'7" with shoes on, I'd be so happy. I'm definitely 6'6" with shoes on. 6'6".
Mm-hmm. And now when you guys get back to playing games consistently again, how excited you guys, what do you guys want to be able to go out there and prove if it is AAU ball or if it's back in high school?
And I'm a top player in the country. We're top players in the country,
Mm-hmm.
and these scouts got to open their eyes. Rankings don't matter. You see a lot of kids, Steph, Damian Lillard,
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell, weren't ranked high, but I don't mind. I'll stay down there if they want me to, but because I know what I could do, and hopefully someday everyone will know.
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt, man. And when you look at developing into an NBA player, who are some guys that you look at, you kind of want to become like, or you kind of model your game after, or take pieces from?
Damian Lillard, Stephen Curry, the main dudes, because it's crazy because they're like grown up in the Bay. Like Damian Lillard's from the Bay, Steph Curry plays there. And they're two of the best shooters in today's league. And back when I was like around their height, I always used to watch videos on them. And now I'm taller, so if I could get a jump shot close to that level, then I'm not like there's so much I could do off of that.
This might be a tough question for you, but you do have California ties, you have Florida ties now, and both states are up there in terms of where people rank the greatest state for high school basketball. Which one is the best state?
One thing I'm mad about Florida, why I might have to give it to Cali, is because Florida doesn't have a shot clock,
Mm-hmm.
and I hate that because I want to play on a shot clock, and yeah, that's another reason why I would consider prep school because they got a shot clock, but you know I don't know, and Cali, I feel like Cali's more organized with the basketball. Top teams play top teams because there's open division.
Yeah.
In Florida, there's no open division. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so a top team could end up playing a not so great team in the states.
And just run them all.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And overall, out of all the states, then would you say California is probably the best state for basketball in America?
yeah. I'd say around. I'd say they definitely produce the most league, but they're a very large state.
Yeah, that's true.
But kids I've played, the toughest kids I've had to play state wise is New York and Washington.
Mm-hmm.
They got like street ball games because they got Jamal Crawford from Washington, Nate Robinson in New York has 1,000 people, Kemba Walker, Kyrie.
Mm.
So they all could dribble a lot. Not the best shooters, but they could certainly get you off your feet.
And I know there's a certain thing that comes from each state too, where each state kind of has their own thing, a player's identified by, if it's swag, if it has that dog mentality. What is it? What comes with being a Florida player?
being a Florida player, the dudes, they they're huge. A lot of them play football, so that's a lot of physicality. They hustle hard. Again, a lot of them play football, uh, and yeah, they're big and they hustle hard mostly. Cali's more. They got skill, but I'd say Cali has more skill. I feel like.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And for you two and you and your brother, going back to that real quick, I'm sure you guys had a lot of funny moments together. What would you say is the first memory you think of your brother? What comes to your mind?
First memory, uh, probably when we were younger. Uh, we used to wrap him in like a blanket and tie a belt around him and like hold a fruit roll up over. Try to eat it. That's it. Probably, I'd say.
Gotcha, man. And my
Yeah,
last thing before I let you go is I know you guys, both you and obviously your brother, want to create a great legacy. By the time you guys wrap up your basketball career, what do you want that legacy to be, both what you guys achieved on the court and off the court?
Uh, my legacy, and I hope everybody comes in with this legacy. And I don't know about his, but mine is I wanna be the greatest of all time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I gotta work. I gotta work for that, and I hope I could get an NBA championship. But first, I gotta work hard enough to get there in the college, because nothing's guaranteed. Anything could happen. I just hope I'm fortunate.
Absolutely, man. And real quick, the last thing, I ended this with your brother as well. Will you guys become the best duo to ever play?
For sure.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
Well, definitely appreciate you taking time to come on, my guy, and look forward to seeing what God's got in store for you guys next.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Anytime, bro. You always welcome on, man. God bless.
God bless you too.